Well, never mind, I'll just wait till after.
Okay.
Doesn't matter now, thank you.
Is it me?
Would you like to, Paul?
Are we done?
I think,
Well, we're obviously not taking any action, or something.
Well, I mean, just per the written agenda, I mean, I guess we're in the review portion, it does say possible action. I guess that's, you know,
do you wanna hear his response
I'd like to-
before he,
that would be fine.
I'm good with,
We're still in the review portion, that's kinda why I mentioned that, so.
I just wanted to clear the record from my perspective. Part of this review suggests that I haven't done my job, and I wholeheartedly disagree. As reviewed in April with you, this contract requests the requirements of the Code of Iowa, reflects the requirements of the Code of Iowa. We went through in great detail where the language came from, and most of it's code language. I would suggest that a review of this or any future engineer should include a checklist of the essential job duties listed. It's in the contract, that's what we're discussing, essential job duties. If we reviewed that list that's in the contract, this engineer would score high. A point partially brought up earlier, a county engineer is not an elected official by design. Once again, you've heard it time and time again from me, Iowa law, Board of Supervisors sets the policies, the engineer follows them. And then in the same section, also all construction and maintenance activities under the direct and immediate, I quote, the direct and immediate supervision of the county engineer, end of quotes. Therefore, county engineers must at all time make unpopular decisions based on policy and law. Classic this last winter is a mailbox. We haven't replaced any mailboxes for 6-8 years. We didn't replace this gentleman's mailbox. He's mad. And I can't replace his because we haven't done the rest, and we didn't change the policy until this summer. Now we can replace them. It might not be a gold-plated mailbox, but it will be whatever our policy says. If you hold the position of county engineer long enough, you'll have people that didn't like the answers that we have to give them. Thus, the county engineer's popularity should not be indicative of the county engineer's job performance. I have done the job and would continue to do the job. Amen.
Thanks, Paul.
So, following protocol, our options,
All the options are on the table.
I think one of the problems we have, whether we keep Paul or don't keep Paul, whether it is a year or you're an engineer, I think we need to think about multi-year contract for people like this. Many of those road projects are more than 1 year projects. They're a year planning, a year getting ready, a year bidding. I know where I came from, I had to work for a year and then they gave me a 3-year contract. I think that's what we ought to do with whomever we have in this spot. They can't go from trying to please everybody from 12 months, July 1, June 30, and get anything done efficiently. My opinion, yeah, I should shut up.
So, I mean, obviously, I just asking the question. We can table it, we can call for a vote, we can do whatever we want, because it says possible, it doesn't say that we have to do anything at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if this is protocol, if it's the consensus that this would be a good time to call for that vote.
Vote on what?
you're gonna offer a contract or you're not
Are
gonna
we at
offer?
that point, I guess?
We can, or we can wait till December 31st.
Well, in fairness, I think that's why we're addressing this issue at this point in time, is a fairness issue, that we didn't push it till the last day or close to that, which would be the end of this year, December 31st. I guess that does speak to some, you know, fairness, on behalf of not getting right up to the 11th hours type thing. Not, kind of the idea that's where this was all being put together with reviews and so on and so forth, so, I believe in having said that, this might be an applicable time to call for a vote on renewal of contract. If there's any discussion that needs to be on the contract itself, or just the fact of renewing it.
How long are you talking about the renewal for, Gary? The rest of the year?
It would-
Or 6 months?
Well, we're,
December on, or what you talking about, renewal?
right now, I mean, that's where this current
December 31st.
extension of the contract does run till the end of the year.
Right.
So, and someone, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm understanding that the timing of this, meeting and the reviews, like I said, is so that it's not up against the hard and fast deadline at the end of the year, then, you know, then, yes, it's gonna be pushed to a vote by then to renew, the engineer's contract for a year.
Current contract would go to June 30, is that correct?
Fiscal year.
Fiscal year. July, June 30th, when that current contract would end.
But-
We put
But
it...
we extended
we
it
extended
6 months, so it
Yeah.
it expires in January.
Okay.
January 1st or
January
December
1st.
31st.
Okay.
So if I understand it, would be, that's in place, we're not, that's not a question, the current contract is till the end of this year.
Yeah.
The action would be, is it renewed past that?
Yes.
And then, again, having said that, now that we got that figured out, it's so that we don't come up to, because a vote would have to be taken by or on December 31st.
Yeah.
So we're ahead of the game, and it's kind of a fairness. I think that it's not, we gotta hurry up and get this done, it has to be. And that's the protocol of it. So it just comes to the fact that we've had this review, we've gone through the numbers, we've had a great discussion. We're calling for a vote to, decide on the renewal of contract.
What is the motion? To renew the contract?
Well, don't we need to make a motion to, I guess that's my question,
No.
is how do you
No.
word the motion? And
You could word the motion to renew or not to renew.
I would just say, it's either a yes or a no, isn't it, wouldn't it be that simple?
Yep.
Yes for renewing, no for not.
Yes, that's the correct.
Well, at this point, this contract goes through the
Through
fiscal
December.
year.
Mhm.
The vote would be, is a renewal after that then, yes or no? Yes would be it is, then I guess the terms could be discussed, no would be no renewal, is that?
That's correct.
That's the way I would understand it.
So, I guess I would make a motion to, entertain that vote.
What vote?
The vote to vote on renewal of engineer's contract after the end of this year.
So the motion is to renew the contract, is what?
Motion, well, that's how I wanna word it correctly.
The motion has to be either yes or to renew, or no to deny.
Well, my motion then would be that no, we run it through the end of the year, we do not renew the contract. That's my motion.
Okay.
I call for a roll call vote.
Need a
Wait a minute,
second
we don't
first.
We don't have a second to do it.
I'll second, so we can vote on.
Okay, I got a motion from Eric, I got a second from Dave. We're gonna have a roll call vote.
To not renew it, right?
So,
Is the motion.
yeah, I'm more
A
confused
yes
than,
would be to not renew, a no would be against that. Okay, Reimers,
yes.
Mattis,
No.
Lee,
Yes.
Aye.
Underberg, Peterson.
Yes.
Good, 4 yeses and 1 no.
The board has made a decision here that was difficult, as you can see, with put an awful lot of thought into this. We went through it back in April, a lot of sleepless nights. It wasn't an easy job. Paul's done a lot of good things for this county. Our equipment's in good shape. He's changed 7 buildings down to 3 consolidation, which is always hard. It's another change thing, which is hard for people to do, for employees to handle. And, but also I feel like there's areas that we have for improvement. And like I say, change is hard. It's something that we're not gonna jump into. We haven't talked about anything here in the future. We don't have any idea where we're going from here right now. Because I didn't know how this vote was gonna go. So, I wanna thank you, Paul. You've been a good engineer.
So it's my understanding as a result of this vote, as of December 31st, Paul doesn't have a job. He can file for unemployment, right?
That would be correct.
I thought it was January 1st.
January 1st.
January 1st. Okay.
That's a big insurance question.
This is one of the jobs as a supervisor that wasn't fun.
It's never fun.
It sucks.
Other
Yeah.
business for you. Monday, you have some agenda items. I won't be here. Ben won't be here. One of them is to hook up tile in the right of way. We know nothing about the tile. We don't even know if it goes across the road. It's private tile, it's not.
This one out here by me.
Yep, it's not district tile. Don't know if it's suitable, we don't know anything about it, but it's on there.
Are we getting into a troubled area by the...
I mean, normally if it crossed the road and we knew it, we'd be having some contact with the downstream property, making sure we're not in the middle of but we don't even know that.
Okay.
The other one, there's one on there where he's requesting a road crossing, he's got all the information, we haven't seen any of it. He's already done it before, he knows what to do, we haven't seen any of it.
Okay.
The other 2 items, I think, are fiber and...
Yeah, some working right away.
And then, put a pipe underneath existing road culverts. He's got insurance and the things he needs to do that.
Okay. If there isn't anything else,
Can I ask a question? If that's okay.
after or during?
I mean, are we still,
We're still alive.
oh, okay, never mind.
Anything else for discussion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
You have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.